What's up guys, I just woke up because I just received a package from NCIX. It's if you don't know what is NCIX, is a physical and website that sell PC port, and the physical store is in the Vancouver, somewhere in Canada, in Vancouver. So I just received that and I will unbox it for you. I want something to knife. I will use my key. I will upgrade my computer with it because AMD is not, I don't like it and I'm not a fan, so I switched to Intel with this and going with 16 gigabyte DDR4, so that will help me with other games that I play. I buy for a budget build. Oh, nice packaging. So first I have a twin stick DDR4 16 gigabyte from G.Skill. It's Ripjaws, I don't know, V DDR4, so that is fun. MSI B250M Pro VD motherboard. It's a MATX, micro ATX, so that will be good. So I will do an installation later this day. So let's put it there. And the latest Pentium G4620. I think it's KabyLake. I don't know much, but I think it's a KabyLake. Clock at 3.5 GHz, have 3 meg of cache. It's a 2 core and 4 threads, so that will be cool. Oh look, oh wow, how small it is. First time I saw a CPU. That's fun. So let's put it all back on and see you later for the installation. Bye bye. So I just finished installing my RAM and my CPU on the MSI motherboard. There it is, the 2 stick of the RAM, the CPU cooler and all that stuff. Now I'm removing the stock Asus motherboard and the AMD CPU from there. Remove the IO shield, put the new IO shield on, put the motherboard on, then plug all. Then what I need to do, put the card graphic on, open it up and test it. I will find out. I will come back to you when this is installed on this. I just installed the new motherboard and my 750. Oh yeah, also I bought 3 months ago Zotac mini version 750 Ti. There you go. It's the mini version. So there is the motherboard, 16 gig of RAM, so that will help me rendering or gaming. The new Pentium G4620 in it, and the MSI Pro something B250M MATX. So, and that is the old one, 8 gig, 1 stick of 8 gig RAM. It's a scrap, so I just upgrade, and this should be more powerful than my old one. This has a lot of horsepower in it, and I should not get a fucking bottleneck with my GPU, because with the AMD APU I get a huge bottleneck with my 750 Ti. So now I will close the case, put it back and test it. So yeah, see you. So it runs. There we go. It's open. My computer is there. So it's run. That is a few 3 or 4 later, after I install everything, to test it before I upload in YouTube. So it worked fine. So I will show you some benchmark. Let's do it. So there we are. The first benchmark is in the Assetto Corsa. Yeah, I have this card. Next video Video coming soon with this car in this map, or I think another map, I will see, but video coming with this car. It's a drift car. So let's test the benchmark. If you can see 1080p, I don't have 4K monitor, it's useless to play with. I have full screen. Vertical sync VSync, it's off because it's take a lot of GPU memory performance. Frame rate limit is off, so my computer can run the FPS he want, depend on the performance of my computer. 16 time of anisotropic filtering. Anti-aliasing is 4 time. I cannot go to 8 time because it's useless to 1080p, so all my game is 4 time for anti-aliasing. Word detail is max out. Shadow resolution is medium. I have 2 gig of RAM, okay, in my GPU, so I cannot run high, and this game demand a lot. Medium in overall effect quality. Glare quality is ultra. Medium depth of field. Color saturation 82%. Motion blur, I don't like it, so I turn it off. Trip surveys and all that stuff is on, and that is all the thing. And reflection quality, let's pump it out a little bit. So there we go in the setup Corsa. I have my mouse again. If you can see, I run 5 gig of RAM. CPU is 50%. 40 around 50 FPS. It's less demanding than Project Car with a lot of people. So, and that is, I can't say high. I can't say high. It's pretty high. Yeah, it's high. Yeah, it's high. So it's pretty smooth. I really like it. A lot of people, it's pretty smooth. Of course, I use my 100% my CPU, GPU, because you know it's an old GPU and it's at 750 Ti with GB. So you know it's a bit old and low in memory. That's why I'll be going with the 1060, because you have 6 gig of RAM. So VRAM, I would say, and it's really for $150 more than the 1050 Ti from VGA. It's pretty fun. Also, I need to change my the power supply, because I have now a 530 PCU from ThermalTake, and I don't have the PCI connector for the graphic card. Not PCI, I would say the connector for powering the GPU, because now my GPU is taking the juice from the motherboard. I can go with the 1050 Ti mini version. So if you can see 1080p, CPU core, I don't know why it say 4, but okay. If you can see, word detail is a 5, so that's max out. Smoke, it's max out. Shadow, it's medium. Blur is 0, I don't like it. Anisotropic filtering, it's 16 time. Anti-aliasing, it's 4 time. I don't really use it 4 time because I run in 1080p. Max performance, max FPS is 147. Minimum is 10. Average is 51. I get 75 and 50 point. And CPU 1, variance is 1, I don't know why. CPU is 30%, so if you can see, quality is 2, so that's medium. HDR is 1, FXAA is 1. So I don't know that, but that is max out. Dove is 2, raise is 1, heat is 1. I don't know why it's all off, but it's around medium high, can say. So yeah, let's go to the next game. So there we go, guys. If you can see, Grand Theft Auto 5 around 70 FPS, at high, almost at high. Everything is at high. Beside the advanced graphic, it's stuck and on off. But look, around 60 FPS, pretty stable. No problemo, pretty smooth. Can I move? Hope I can. Around 50 degrees Celsius of my GPU, almost 100% of my CPU. I use 8 gig of RAM in this game, and my graphic card is maxed out, 100% maxed out, and the memory space is maxed out. That is all at high. I can put it at ultra, but the texture need to be at normal. So yeah, let's go to the next game. So there we go. In the next game is Project Car. I run it at high. So whoops, the wrong option. So if I go to visual, just first I want to open that. Okay, if you can see, it's high, medium, high. Okay, because you know Project Car, the graphic engine is really high in PC compared to console, so the game run extremely beautiful. And because I have only 2 GB of VRAM, so I'm limited to the graphic. So I'm running almost at high. If you can see, almost at high. I have only 2 things. It's at medium, and that is the environment. I don't know how it's called in English, but what you see, the tree and the road surface, and that is the reflection of the car. So because I only play inside, so inside of the car you don't have so much reflection, so I put it in medium because I don't need it. And that is so because I'm going fast, my brain is not fixing to the environment, you know. So let's start. I will not play. I will put the computer play. So just let me put that and that. So that is the actual gameplay that you see in real game. And so yeah. So this is with a lot of people. I run it around 35% FPS, okay? But with myself, only on the track, it's around 50-60 FPS. Depend if you play with normal green, Nordschleifer with a lot of tree and detail, and or you play with the effect. But the CPU can run it fine. In general, the racing game don't use a lot of CPU unless you play with a lot of IA or other drivers and 3 monitor. So, but it's only need RAM and some GPU. So if I put my 1060 in it, it can be fine. So
this guy's right on your gearbox.
So 35 right now because I don't have so much to show, and now it's dropped slowly. So you can see it's stable, but it's not stable in the same time. It depends. Like it's stable when you don't have a lot of detail in the same place. Like it drops sometime, but when it drops, it stay there. It's not moving up and down or up and down. It stay there, and when you have less detail, then it come back up. You know what happened with this car? And out of the track, up. If you can see, pretty stable, you know. So yeah, the round is almost finished. I will not show you the second lab. So yeah, see you in the next game. Thank you guys man to watching my video. I hope that helped you for if you want to build a next budget PC. There is my spec. If you can see, Intel Pentium CPU G4620 at 3.7 GHz. 4 CPU. I don't know why it's called 4 CPU, but it's 2 cores and 4 thread. If you can see, I have 16 gig of RAM, G.Skill and all that stuff, and my display was a GTX 750 Ti, the mini version of the how it's called of Zotac. So if you can see, 2 gig of VRAM, so that it's limited to some game like Grand Theft Auto or other. But yeah, thanks for watching and see you in the next video for I don't know, but see you in the next video. Bye bye guys.